So today that I'm recording this video, it is Saturday, and on Tuesday we had NXT's Roadblock, and this show was phenomenal. And in my opinion, what this show basically proves is that we us fans, I don't call it that, but I know a lot of fans continue to call NXT a developmental show and basically kind of downgrade NXT, says that it's not as good as it used to be, the black and gold era. But I gotta say now that after watching this, and not only this show, the past couple of weeks, and even their PLEs, I gotta say this: NXT is no longer a developmental show. That is for the new show called Evolve. NXT as of right now may not be probably as good as the black and gold era. To me, I think it is. I think we're on that level. But some people may say that NXT is still not on that level. And if you want to say that, I can respectfully agree to disagree. But in my opinion, NXT is now WWE's third brand. And the reason I'm saying this, like I said, WWE has a new show called Evolved. They are sending all their talent that are coming from the indie with the WWE ID program. The talent from the indies that are trying to learn the WWE way, and also trying to get into the WWE. Also, they're sending all their new talent that they got from all the sports. From all the college students that they signed, that they got from swimming, gymnastics, football players, all that. They are sending those young players to Evolve to learn the WWE way and learn how to get over. And it's just an hour show. So in my opinion, this show is now Evolve. NXT not only do they have talent, top tier talent that can easily go to the main roster, whether it's Smackdown or Raw, any day, like Ricky Sings, formerly known in AEW as Ricky Starks, Julia, Jordan Grace, Stephanie Valkyrie, who just became a double champion in NXT. Roxanne's about to move up to either SmackDown or Raw. So they're ready. These talents are ready. Not only you got NXT talent there, but you also now have a working relationship with TNA, which also gives you talent like Moose, which also gives you talent like the Hardy Boys, which also gives you talent like Masha Slamovich. We could potentially see, we got the Rascals going to NXT. We could potentially see one day Nick Nemeth going to NXT again. This time as Nick Nemeth, not as Dolph Ziggler. So, in my opinion, and I hope everybody sees this and agrees with me. And if you don't, tell me why. I believe that WWE has now officially have 3 brands on their program. They have Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. And every time that I know NXT doesn't get the crowd that it used to on the black and gold, and maybe that could be one of your excuses to say that it's still developmental. But guess what? They're getting better. Their audience is growing. They're going to a little bit bigger arenas that they were going when they were doing when they just started to rebuild from the NXT 2.0. So they're getting, little by little, they're growing and growing and growing and selling out. Like, Roadblock was a sellout. It was at the theater in Madison Square Garden in New York City. Maybe it wasn't in the main stage, but it was still Madison Square Garden. And they still sold out. So, in my opinion, and every time they promote where they're gonna be at, they always promote Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. So we need, us as fans, in my opinion, I think we should stop looking at NXT as a developmental and start seeing NXT as a third brand. And I even the developmental, I highly recommend watching it. I watch it and I love it. I watch Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and I started checking out Evolved on Tubi. And let me tell you, Evolve is basically a small indie show with the WWE production. That's what it is. And all the talent are young talent and eager to learn. They're awesome. I love it. Uh so and then like I said, NXT is getting better and better and better. They're getting more talent as they continue to grow, and it's amazing. So to me, you cannot have NXT be called a developmental show. To me, I feel that is disrespectful to the NXT talent that are working their butt off. The same people that say that NXT is developmental are the ones that say that the women's division in NXT is top tier and one of the best women's division in all of pro wrestling. If it was a developmental, you could not be saying that, especially with the talent that SmackDown has and that Raw has. And you know what? It's doing way better. I'm sorry to say that, and this is no hate on AEW. This is not a slander on AEW, but their ratings are going up and AEW ratings are going down, and their audience are going up, and the audience of AEW is going down. TNA is also growing as well. So I like AEW's pay-per-views. I check out the highlights to the show, to the regularly hour show, but there's times that I just check out highlights and maybe one match or two, if depending on the card, depending if there's someone that I like and I want to see that matchup, because I'm a fan of. I am a fan of Mercedes Moné. I know a lot of people don't like her. I'm a fan of Kenny Omega. So, and I am a fan of Will Ospreay at times. It's just depending on what type of story they're making. But anyways, this is not about AEW. This is about these shows, and this is mostly about NXT. Stop calling NXT a developmental, because I think they're not. NXTNA and TNA wrestling are growing and growing and growing, and I think it's phenomenal, and it's great for the companies both in WWE and TNA. So Raw is one brand, SmackDown is one brand, and NXT is a third brand, and now Evolve has become the developmental show. So, but I highly recommend you checking out Evolve. It is great. It's like I said, it's like watching an indie show with WWE production. That's what it is. I love it. Pro wrestling is right now at its best, in my opinion, since a long time. Triple H and Shawn Michaels and anybody else that's in charge has been doing wonders with these three brands, and now adding Evolve. So WWE right now is on fire, and anyone saying that NXT is developmental, or anyone that's knocking WWE, they're just trying to hate and do tribalism, in my opinion. AEW is great, there's a lot of things that they gotta improve. Raw, SmackDown, they have their flaws, but always top notch, must watch. And NXT is right there with them as well. And check out Evolved on Tubi. It's free and it's a great show. So if you're a pro wrestling fan, you're gonna watch. And I'm a pro wrestling fan. I am a WWE fan, and I love it. And we wanted to make pro wrestling great again. Guess what? It is. So that's what do you guys think? Comment down below.